Today in math, we're going to continue talking about telling time, but this time it's going to be about AM and PM. Here's a thinking question for you. How can a student start school at 9 o'clock and go to bed at 9 o'clock? How can this be true? How can a student start school at 9 o'clock and go to bed at 9 o'clock? How can this be true? What do you think? Well, to begin with, we know that school starts in the morning and that bedtime is at night. So a student is not going to school at nighttime, and they are not going to bed in the morning. Have you ever heard of the terms AM and PM? These terms are going to help us figure out how somebody can go to school at 9 o'clock in the morning and go to bed at 9 o'clock at night. We're going to look at the differences. First of all, something important to know is that there are 24 hours in one day. That sounds like a lot, right? 24 hours in one day. That sounds like with all those hours, we can get a lot done, right? It sure seems like it. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it, but we all try to do our best, right? We like to try to play and get our schoolwork done and eat, spend time with our family, watch TV, maybe get some exercise in, sleep, right? There's lots to do in those 24 hours. So there are 24 hours in one day, and we break up those 24 hours. How do we do that? We break up those 24 hours, we break up those 24 hours right in half. Now, I know you know your doubles facts, so if you look, 12 plus 12, that's a doubles fact. What does that equal? 24. 12 plus 12 equals 24. So we break our days up into two 12-hour chunks, AM and PM. The first 12 hours of the day are AM hours, from midnight to noon. I bet you have heard of those words before, midnight and noon. I bet you have tried to stay up till midnight before. And you know that you eat lunch at noon. The second 12 hours of the day are PM hours, from noon to midnight. Let's look at it on a timeline. Have you ever seen a timeline before? This is a 24-hour timeline. It kind of looks like one of our number lines, doesn't it? Looks so much like one of our number lines. But instead of helping us solve addition or subtraction problems, it shows time periods, such as years or hours, months, or days. This one shows a 24-hour time period. I am going to use orange right now. We can see our two chunks broken up, right? And if we drew our line right like that, from AM to PM. The new day usually starts, it always starts, but it starts when you are usually sleeping. You're usually sleeping at midnight. It always starts at midnight, but you're usually asleep. Maybe you have like a sleepover, you're doing something special, or maybe you wake up in the middle of the night, but you're usually asleep at midnight when the new day is starting. So that's at 12 AM. We're asleep, 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 asleep. asleep. And people start to get up early. Mrs. Simmons gets up at 5 a.m. That's 5 a.m. We write 5 a.m. Can write my M better than that. 5 a.m. That's what time Mrs. Simmons wakes up. And she knows that she has talked to other students and they say that, well, I get up at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. And then we start school right around 9 a.m. And we continue on our day until the orange line happens. That's lunchtime. That is 12 p.m. And we also call it N-O-O-N. Noon. 12 noon. 12 p.m. And the second half starts. It's the afternoon time. Afternoon happens 12 p.m., 1 p.m., 2 p.m., and so on. School ends. Maybe you have dinner at 6 p.m. You're probably starting to be asleep by 9 p.m. And then, right here, where you see 11 p.m., 1 more hour, and then the day ends. Because there are 12 hours in the day. I have a video, too, that will be at the very end of this, showing the 24 hours using the demonstration clock. So we wake up in the a.m., we eat breakfast in the a.m., we start school in the a.m., we do our morning work and our reading and writing in the a.m., and then in the afternoon, in the p.m., we eat lunch, we eat dinner, we do our math in the p.m., we eat our dinner in the p.m. at nighttime. This happens in the later part of the day. We go to bed in the p.m. at nighttime. And we are asleep. All right, second graders, here's my demonstration clock. I have it at 12 o'clock, 12 midnight. So it's going to be 12 a.m. 12 a.m. Let me show you then. 12 a.m. on my little iPad whiteboard. That looks like 12 a.m. We're going to show you around the clock. So it's 12 a.m., 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Oh, moved it by accident. 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m. Some of you might be getting up for school at this time, 7 a.m. Or maybe you're getting up around 8 a.m. And we start school very close to 9 a.m. Continue around, another hour goes by and it's 10 a.m. Keep going. It's 11 a.m. And then we go around one more time and it is now 12 p.m. or 12 noon. So let's see that. So it's now 12 p.m. We also know this as noon. We eat lunch at this time. It's 12 p.m. It's noon. It's lunchtime. 12 o'clock, noon. It's lunchtime. So 12 hours just went by from 12 a.m. midnight to 12 p.m. noon. 12 hours went by, and now the afternoon is starting. That was morning, now the afternoon is starting. It's 12 p.m. Now it's 1 p.m. Another hour's gone by, and it's 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. and 4 p.m. is right around when we end school. 4 p.m. 5 p.m. Maybe you eat dinner sometime between 5 and 6 p.m. Maybe you start to get ready for bed between 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. Or maybe between 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock, or 8 and 9 p.m. at night. You should be going to bed probably around now. I do. It's 9 p.m. at night, 10 p.m. at night, 11 you're fast asleep, 11 p.m. at night, and then one more hour, and it's now back to midnight, and the day has completed. That was then 12 hours in the afternoon, from 12 noon to midnight. That was 12 more hours. 12 hours in the morning plus 12 hours in the afternoon equals 24 hours in one whole day. AM in the morning for 12 hours, PM in the afternoon through the night for 12 more hours. 24 hours in one day. And that is what that just looked like going around the clock.